In session.
There's a moment in One Piece where the story stops joking around, where a man walks onto a restaurant half dead, coughing up blood and dying of starvation, and still manages to make everyone in the room go quiet. That man is Don Krieg, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why the East Blue crowned him as the strongest. Before Krieg ever sets foot on the Baratie, the story already tells you who he is. Not a bandit, not a small-time pirate captain. The strongest pirate in the entire East Blue. A sea he didn't just sail, he conquered. 50 ships, thousands of men. An armada so large it functioned less like a pirate crew and more like a small Navy army. And then he did something almost nobody else in this arc even attempted. He took that armada into the Grand Line. Krieg sailed in with 50 ships and thousands of men and came back with one broken ship and a starving crewman. Whatever happened out there wiped out an armada that had already dominated an entire sea. Most characters, that's the end of their story. Broken, humiliated, done. Not Krieg. And now here comes Krieg himself, half carried in, starving, practically dying on his feet, begging for food just like his crewmen did.
I promise I'll leave quietly, so please, be merciful, help me.
For a second, it almost looks like weakness. Almost. Because the moment he's fed, the second his strength comes back, he turns on the people who just saved his life. No hesitation, no gratitude. He declares the entire restaurant his, and the fight begins. That's when you realize, kindness doesn't slow this man down for a second. Every ounce of decency shown to him just becomes fuel for the war he was always planning to start. Lots of people think Krieg's power comes from just his weapons and the way he fights dirty. But this man has some of the most insane raw power that rivals even Arlong, that often gets overlooked. The Baratie isn't just a restaurant, it's a full ship, and its steering mechanism, the Sabagashira, is a massive paddle wheel. We're talking about a structure weighing somewhere in the ballpark of 55 tons. A piece of machinery that size isn't something a person moves, it's something a crane moves. It's paddling straight for Don, but he doesn't panic. He doesn't run away or shoot it.
What happened? Did we bump into something? We're not moving! I am Don Krieg, the man who will rule the ocean! I don't have time for these stupid games! Get out of here! No way, he's so strong! It's gonna swing for us!
He simply grabs it with one hand and throws it. Not drags it, not shoves it, throws it. 50 feet into the air like it weighs nothing. Think about what that means. This is a man who was just starving to death and was given one bowl of fried rice. He didn't even let the food digest, so the nutrients haven't even entered his body yet. That's a massive detail people overlook when talking about this fight. Don Krieg isn't nearly at his full strength in the Baratie arc. The man was just starving. A bowl of fried rice might take the hunger away a bit, but he still has nutrient deficiency, especially since they fed him rice and no meat. So he's basically still starving to death, and he's still casually tossing tens of tons of solid steel and wood like it's an afterthought. That's not just strength, it's pure power. And it's a warning. A glimpse of what this man is like at full power, and a promise that even wrecked, starving, and betrayed by his own body, he is still one of the most dangerous men in the entire sea. And that's before you even get to what he's carrying. Krieg doesn't fight like a normal pirate captain. His armor is a weapon in itself, weighing at about a ton of steel, bringing him down. Built with hidden compartments, bomb launchers, and MH5, a poison gas so lethal it can wipe out a battlefield without a single sword swing. This is a man who came prepared to fight armies, not just individuals. Devil fruit users get flashy powers. Krieg didn't need one. He engineered himself into a weapon.
Many people hate him for betraying the cooks who saved his life. But what people don't understand is that this is why Don Krieg is, without a doubt, the strongest. It's his excessive ego that takes him so far.
You refuse. I wasn't asking you. Now make no mistake, you wretched cook. I'm not placing an order. I am giving you one. Do I make myself clear? Don't defy me!
The complete belief that he cannot lose to anyone. That kind of delusion can take a man with power very far. And it's people with that kind of ego that end up with conqueror's hockey. Just look at him after he lost to Luffy.
No! I'm the strongest! I win! I'm the greatest! I'm the best! No one defeats me!
No, just stay down!
Stop him!
He's not even conscious!
Ah!
Please, Tom, stop!
I have to win! I have to! I'll fight until victory is mine!
Completely knocked out and still swinging and screaming. We only see things like that in the strongest people. For example, Whitebeard. When he died, he didn't fall. He wouldn't give his enemies that satisfaction. His sheer ego and belief in his power is what kept him standing even in death. But don't worry, Don Krieg fans. He's not done. See, we may have gotten a weak, disheveled, hollow shell of the great Don Krieg, but fear bought, because he has been sighted in the New World, and there is one key detail that shows us he means business. Look at his hair. Now, look at this photo of Don Krieg in his prime. Look at his hair. Don Krieg is not playing around anymore. He probably ate a devil fruit, got all 3 hockeys. I bet Jin got stronger too. And remember, Baratie arc, Jin was able to easily beat Sanji in a fight whilst suffering from nutrient deficiency. So best believe Jin is probably at Zoro level, if not higher.
So when you put it all together, a man who conquered an entire sea, who took on the Grand Line itself and survived when his whole armada didn't, who repays kindness with betrayal without a flicker of hesitation, who throws 55 tons of steel with one arm while starving to death, you start to understand why everyone on that ship went quiet the second he walked in. Don Krieg isn't remembered as one of the strongest One Piece villains of all time. He should be. If this kind of deep dive is your thing, make sure you're subscribed, because we're not done uncovering just how strong some characters really were but don't get credit. Let me know in the comments who you want covered next. And check out my video on why Captain Kuro is faster than Sonic the Hedgehog.